Welcome to the shop, everybody. Got another lotto, and it has not been months, so that's a positive thing, right? This one was something that I initially didn't plan on until probably a couple of weeks ago. And I was just looking at a hawk flipper and thinking, I think this can be better. I think the changes that I've made and the additions that I've done have been well received, and I really like them a lot. So hopefully all of you do too. So we have a lotto here for these bad boys. So let's take a look at them really quick. And I'll kind of tell you the things that I did to this. And maybe as we're getting things kicked off, someone post in the chat and make sure that I'm coming through loud and clear before I go through an hour of, not an hour, but 5-10 minutes of non-broadcasted silence. So take a look at this. These are the changes that I did. Initially, this handle had a little jog, and it jogged up, and it went narrower here at the end. I changed the end of it too. It's kind of a low sloping, pointy handle. So I changed that out, and then I also wanted to change this clip design, make it a little more streamlined. Alrighty, thank you, Jay Odes, for Darren, everybody chiming in that it's good so far. So that's good to hear. And then I wanted to really streamline this clip and make it flow with the handle more. So I feel like that's I feel like I accomplished that. I wanted it to look more like, I don't know how to say this in a different way, but more like one of my knives, right? So this is also the first time that a hawk flipper has had a lock bar insert. You can kind of see it in there. You can see the screw that's holding it in place right here on the lock bar. One of my favorite additions to the hawk flipper was the thumb stud. I was not actually sure how this was going to pan out, but I think it turned out really cool. And functionality wise, man, it's thumb stud fires like a rocket. I think whoever gets this one's going to be pleasantly surprised. And I will definitely do more thumb studs like this down the road with the hawk flipper. Had someone suggest maybe doing that with the Tengu, so that may happen. Here's one that I thought was kind of special. Kind of has all the bells and whistles. Got some of that crazy copper Gomai Damascus from Baker's Forge, and some sweet koa. It's hard to get that chatoyance showing on the video, but it has some incredible movement on it. And then, of course, it's got a nice floating back spacer in there that matches the blade. Next one is one that my buddy Caden, who lives close by, well, relatively close by, he lives here in Utah. He came by, and he was here as I was grinding this freaking blade. I'm telling you, pugger factor times 10,000. But I think the end result was worth it. Compound grind, haven't done that on this one before, so kind of a fun one. And then the last one is this nice Damascus one. I've fingerprinted this up a bit, and of course the camera is just not going to show it, but a lot of zerk in this guy. Frame lock on the backside to hold the integrity, and of course this guy just drops shut. So that is it. Those are the ones that we have up for grabs today. I had someone ask me a question about the lottos, so this is something that maybe not everybody knows. I thought they kind of did, but maybe not. So the way I run the lottos is I'll draw 5 lotto winners, and I will draw 3 alternates. If for whatever reason it gets to the point where, say you're a winner, you're like number 3 or 4, the knife or knives, maybe you had 2 that you really liked or 3. If those are all gone and you're just like, you know what, I really wanted those other ones, it's okay to pass. You can just say a pass. And that's why I draw the alternates. It happens every once in a while. I try and make it so that, you know, all the knives are good, but everybody has a personal opinion, and that's okay. So just so that everyone knows, that is kind of the way it works. That's why I do the alternates, mainly that, and sometimes people will forget that, oh yeah, he's drawing the names at 5 o'clock, and where I'm at, that's where I'm putting my kids to bed or whatever. I've had all kinds of things. I'm going to work or whatever the case may be. Sometimes I can't get hold of the person. I feel bad, and things just don't quite pan out. So that is kind of the reasoning behind that. So let's go ahead and get those names going. I was informed, well, not really informed, but I noticed that when I don't have this compressed down, Armageddon Outdoors says, I would like them all, but my wallet would not. I hear that. And honestly, the way that our economy is right now, there's a lot more reason for that for a lot of people in all reality. And believe me, I recognize that I enjoy doing what I do, but I know that I'm selling something that's kind of like it's like an extra. It's like a luxury item. It's not something you need. It's not a necessity. And so I really do appreciate all of you that stick along for the ride, that support, maybe even when you don't buy or aren't able to buy. And so it's definitely appreciated. Andrew, how you doing? Okay, let's get to some names. So I found out that when I don't have this little window compressed down, it tells me how many total there are, which in this case is 326. So we're going to go right here. Start with 2 to 326. So again, 5 winners, 3 alternates. First one up is 25 up at the top. I can see if we can get some love and going here. John Geiger, you've got number 1. And 16, it's going to stay up top here. Lee Davidson, you've got number 2. If my thing will type number 2. Oh, I think that my keyboard may have said, I am dying. Okay, we're good. Let me check out right here. We're going to do some surgery on the spot here, guys. And see if I can get my keyboard to turn back on. See, this is my luck with technology. It's not my friend. Okay. I'm just going to have to do these by hand. Sorry, guys. Always good times. So Lee Davidson, you are my number 2. So you won't see this on the screen, at least not altogether as like a fantastic little list, but I'll have it here. My goodness, Lee, apparently you are supposed to win twice. Oh, you know what, guys? I'm actually going to start this over because I just noticed the reason it's staying up top is I've got 1 through 32. Oh yeah, and if I pay attention to the chat. Thanks, guys. I'm slow on the draw, all right? I think that's the point where my keyboard was dying. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go get some new batteries. And so it may get a little weird here. Actually, I may have some batteries. We're going to steal the batteries out of my route. Oh, they're the wrong size. Here. Oh, I got batteries in my mouse. Let's see if this is going to pan out, guys. I may be scrolling simply on. Okay. All right, we're having good times here, guys. I may be restarting this. Let's see. Okay, mouse is working. We are going to start this over. Okay, guys, here's the deal. I am going to end this really quick, and we will come back with another video with the drawing. So I apologize, I can't figure out what's wrong with my keyboard, and without a keyboard, well, I can't do anything. So we will stop this, and I will come up with a second rendition with the Lotto drawing.